I, J, K, L, M, P. I'll just do numbers.
You've done them wrong!
I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Hi, I'm Daniel from Buttercross Estates, and you join me here today outside one of Newark's most famous landmarks. It's Newark College. The building itself was constructed in 1932. You have two 25-foot columns either side of the entrance. At the top we have three statues which represent literature, science and art. Let's go inside and take a look. So the college itself has had a few royal links. So back in 1982, then Prince of Wales Charles visited for a centenary event, and more recently the head of Newark College, Penny Taylor, received an MBE from the King's birthday. So here in the media studio, this has been up and running in Newark College since 1999, and the TV studio we're stood in at the moment is a more recent addition, which was a former typewriting room in the 80s. So here in the media suite we have up to 32 pupils working at any one point, working on social media, video, TV production. So here in the courtyard outside of Newark College, we've got this lovely space for students to enjoy. We have this beautiful tree which has been here before the college was constructed, and with the additions around, it has been constructed around the tree itself. To my right hand side, your left, we have the engineering block. Directly behind me we've got the canteen and the ASI, the former ASI block, soon to be the new media suite. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tour of Newark College and the media suites. We look forward to seeing the transformation of the new media suites, and roll the titles.
Konnichiwa and welcome to Timeline.
We have another exciting episode lined up for you. But first, how are you, Matthew?
I'm very well, Millie. How are you doing?
Very tired, very stressed after standing in very last minute, not late minute.
Yeah.
There you go. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So sorry, Jack can't be here.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately very ill, but we do send our best wishes to him.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do we have coming up, Matthew?
We have Hit the Pathway for a special episode going to Rufford, Country Park and Abbey. My Hit the Road series, where I sort of review my car after 3 years of owning it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then we also have the end of the show. So we have Lincoln College Performing Arts performing Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
It's quite fun to watch, I can't lie. There's songs and stuff in my head, but
Yeah.
can't wait to show you guys what's coming up. So anyways, shall we begin?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's begin. First up, Matthew is going to take us...
Hit the pathway.
Hi, and welcome to Hit the Pathway. In today's episode, we're at the fabulous Rufford, Country Park and Abbey.
You might know this location around the world because of its famous fort, where lots of vehicles have hydro-locked their engines, but let's see why we're here today, shall we?
Founded as a Cistercian monastery in the 12th century, Rufford Abbey came into being about the same time that Robin Hood may have roamed nearby Sherwood Forest.
The area surrounding Rufford, who has been inhabited since prehistoric times, a limestone gorge near Workstop, a discovery centre, tells the story of Ice Age hunters who sheltered in its caves 40,000 years ago.
Local forests of oak, birch and lime were first partly cleared by Neolithical people. However, areas of ancient oak and birch woodlands still remain, 3 miles away. At Sherwood Forest Country Park, you can walk in Birklands and Bilhoog. Pollen analysis shows that the woodlands date back right to the Ice Age.
By the time of the Romans, around 120 AD, we have mention of a Roman settlement near Rutherford, or Rumford, the town of Southwell, not many miles east of Rutherford, had a Roman villa. You can still see part of its mosaic floor under a pew in Southwell Minster. It's believed that a Roman road passed through the area of Oxton, north of Nottingham, to Blythe, which is now in South Yorkshire.
The name Rufford comes from an Old English or Saxon and means rough ford, though it is often assumed that this is the ford that modern cars now splash through on Rufford Lane. In fact, it was probably another ford to the east of the present-day park. The old estate maps show a watermill there on the stream, which was later dammed to become Rufford Lake.
When Henry VIII famously broke away from the Church of Rome in 1530, he was eager to stake his claim to the assets of the great Catholic religious orders. One of these will be Rufford, which in 1534 was £176, but in today's money it's worth £48,000.
Rufford made rough-cut wooden coffins for the dead of the First World War, but this also heralded the beginning of the end of many large country estates, and Rufford was no exception. The estate suffered from rising taxes and wages and reduced income from farm rents, so that by 1938 the trustees of the young third Baron were forced to sell the estate.
The estate's house and contents were taken over by the army in 1939 during the Second World War, and the Leicestershire Yeomanry 6 cavalry brigades were stationed there, arrived as horse-mounted troops and leaving as motorised artillery. About 20 army huts were constructed, and these were later housed the battalion prisoners of war.
By 1949, the house was in a poor state of repair, and the government announced that in the event of a demolition, the 12th century parts of the abbey, including the crypt, must be preserved at all costs. In 1952, Nottinghamshire County Council decided to purchase the abbey and about 130 acres of land around the abbey, and in 1956, despite some public outcry, a necessary controlled demolition of the abbey's upper floors, the 17th century north wing and the 18th century east wing was started and completed 2 years later.
In 1969, a park ranger service was set up and the site officially designated a country park. After years of neglect, the future is finally looking brighter for Rufford Abbey.
So that's it for this episode, and possibly the last episode ever of Hit the Pathway, but who knows, it could be back. I've been Matthew.
And I've been Jack. Bye.
And we're back. We are joined in the studio by Taysha. Hello. She's going to be giving us a rundown on her fashion, so do you want to explain what it is quickly?
For my final project, I made merch based on Little Peep, who was one of my favourite artists, and to tie down everything I'd done for this past year, I made merch about him and his whole aesthetic. So I've got a hoodie, jumper, which is just that one.
Do you want to explain what each thing means?
That's one of his songs. It's also what he, like, his whole brand. That's his tattoo. That's another one of his tattoos. And, like, that's one of his songs as well.
Can you just hold it up to the second camera so people can see?
That.
It's that camera.
That camera.
There you go.
And then I've done a t-shirt on top of that, which is just the same design, but obviously on a t-shirt instead of a jumper. And then to tie it all in, I made some stickers.
I like that.
Yeah, no. Do you want to explain which each one is again?
That's because he was called Little Peep. Everyone thought about peeps, like the little marshmallows
the
that are in
American
America.
ones, yeah. that everybody goes obsessed about
Yeah.
over in
They're not nice
Easters.
though.
They are actually, you have to microwave them.
Oh,
One of my friends brought some back recently, and she microwaved them, or lets them go sell. Better than.
then I got the anarchy symbol, which he had on his face. Another one of his tattoos, which I have tattooed on myself. It's on my arm. I designed that one because I was like, something fun and colourful instead of being so like dark and not
Instead
so
of muted, yeah.
muted. So I made a little peep thingy. And then I did the same with that one, but that was more like just a...
That one's really cool with the design.
I
and
love little
stuff.
people
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And then I made one for my logo, which is
Which actually looks really cool. I do
Love
like it.
Legacies. I made it all on
Put,
Canva.
put your hand behind it. So you can, I don't know if you can see that very well.
You can't really
It's
see it
very,
properly,
it's
but
really good.
Yeah.
I love Canva. Canva's honestly.
Canva's so amazing. It's saved me so many times.
Yeah. Can you walk us through like the process of you designing these?
I was on I have a computer which you can draw on,
Yeah.
and so I went onto my Canva thing to draw on it, and I kind of just came up with a random idea, and I was like adding more and more things onto it, and so I came up with the idea, and then I put it to Photoshop and inverted it so I could add some more colours onto it because it wasn't really colourful, and then I showed Mike and Justin, and they liked it, and they were like, what do you want to put it on? And I was like, a t-shirt
Yeah.
and a hoodie.
How much did it cost you altogether?
About £20.
That's not bad. That isn't bad compared to what I know other things can cost.
Yeah, I know it can cost a lot.
My friend's just started a business. She's put over a grand in. A grand.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
A lot of money for a start-up, and she didn't know she's getting it back. So
Let's hope it goes well for her.
honestly, I'm praying for her as well. Don't worry, I honestly am. Is there any other lines that you want to bring out?
I want to try and make like beanies and
Yeah.
like other like
Embroidered beads.
yeah, and I
That
want
would
to try and
be
make keychains as well because I'm always losing my keys. So
Honestly, I think we found my keys so much around this place. I'm the worst at misplacing stuff, and my keys will just turn up in the studio out of nowhere, and we're like, I've not even been in the studio the last like 2 days. So
and they're
why?
still just sitting there.
And they're still there, and I'm like, where have these turned up from? I lost my house keys 3 days ago.
You'll find them somewhere.
Yeah, so, and I've got all sorts of key rings on there, so we know for a fact.
But they're yours.
But they're mine, because I've got the amount of key rings I've got is shocking every single time. So, is there anything else you can think of that you...
Not really. No.
No? Nothing? Do you have any questions?
So, like, for anyone sort of wants to do it at home, what's the sort of process for getting the stick on the t-shirts and that?
So I asked, obviously, Justin
Yeah.
for the best kind of recommendations because he's good at this. So you can go into Amazon and buy transfers, and it's
Transfer
like
papers.
transfer paper, and you just print it out, and you get an iron with the transfer paper and stuff like that, and it's not that difficult to do. Like, I found it quite easy to process. Obviously, my first trial I did, it kind of did mess up.
that.
It was pretty messy.
I was in the middle of doing something in the TV studio, and you
Yeah.
just walk through and you're like...
I'm just sat there with the iron, just trying to iron it on, and it didn't work, but...
Are you going to sort of like do any sort of like accessories, like jewellery or anything?
I might do rings because
Yeah.
I'm always wearing rings and
Same.
stuff. I've got none on tonight.
I've not got any on.
And I'm always wearing necklaces 'cause I'm always messing around with them, so I want to do some necklaces as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm always wearing necklaces. Rings or necklaces, it's another thing I lose constantly. They do just get placed around in the TV studio
Yep.
along with earrings.
Or in the classroom.
Or in the classroom, because I take my rings off.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good idea.
Should check under the desk, you're always asleep under there.
We don't talk about that part anyway. Have you heard anything about our lip sync that we did?
Yes.
Or what have you heard?
It was funny.
Did you film? I can't remember if you filmed
I
any of
filmed it, yeah.
Because I remember me and
Yeah.
Jack weren't allowed to film it.
You filmed my
Jack
bit,
helped,
didn't you?
Jack helped
Yeah.
film with me and when we filmed Matthew's section and some of Ruth's
Yeah, because
section.
we got banned from filming the lip sync
Because we were
for a
laughing too
while.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was funny watching the students.
yeah,
Yeah.
quite
And the
was.
staff. It was
And
like-
staff, yeah.
Yeah.
My favourite one's definitely the first one that you'll see on
Yeah.
the screen. I
No,
love
my
that.
favourite one's Ben and Matthew dancing on a boogie.
Yeah, I've never seen Matthew move that much. Not Matthew.
Same.
Or
I've
Ben.
never seen
Or
Ben.
Or Ben move that much, but we'll talk about that later after the
Yeah.
lip sync.
Yeah.
Should we go and have a look at
Yeah,
this?
let's have a look.
We're going. I think.
Yeah.
It's murder on the dance floor. You better not count the groove, DJ. Gotta burn this goddamn house right down. Oh, I know about your kind. I I'll have to play. If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say, hey. It's murder on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. Hey, 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 it's murder on the dance floor, but you better not steal the moves. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. There may be others, and so and so and so and so and so and so and so. You'll just have to pray. If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Stay another song. I'll blow you all away. Hey, it's murder on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. Hey, 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 it's murder on the dance floor, but you better not steal the moves. DJ, gonna turn this house around somehow. Murder on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. Hey, 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 it's murder on the dance floor, but you better not steal the moves. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. Don't think you'll get away. I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say, hey. It's not on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. It's not on the dance floor, but you better not steal the moves. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. It's better on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. Hey, 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 it's murder on the dance floor, but you better not steal the moves. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. It's murder on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. Hey, 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 it's murder on the dance floor, but you better not steal the moves. DJ.
I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, that was
Fun.
entertaining, to say the least. That brings up bad memories from
Yeah.
when we were filming it, honestly. That was the most chaotic time that I think the most thing we have to talk about though, Ben looks like he belongs in a 2000s film.
Mm.
He does look like he belongs in a 2000 film.
Yeah. And he had a lot of energy drinks, I think.
Yeah,
that day
I
to
don't know
make
what
that
he was
hyper.
drinking, eating, doing. The guy had so much energy throughout the times we were filming this. It's unreal. I don't get how, because he does not have this much energy normally.
No.
Did he just have a lot of pre-workout?
I think he must have, yeah.
I think it's pre-workout. Could be totally wrong. This is where I have them screaming in my ears in a second, telling me it's not pre-workout they use. But he was bouncing around. He was doing everything. I've never seen him move that much in my life, and I've known him for 2 years now. Like, is he okay? What was your favourite part about filming it, Matthew?
I'd have to say sort of getting the staff involved from the college.
Well,
and
Lynn was
stuff.
involved. I loved Lynn.
Yeah.
I think.
And Janet from reception.
And Janet. I'm going to get...
Helen from
Right.
CPD.
Yeah, Helen, if you know Helen. Helen, I love you, Phil. She is my favourite person up there. Don't let Lynn know that though. Could get into a bit of trouble. How are you finding the show so far? How are you thinking?
Well, I've only had 2 VTs so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy what's coming up next,
Yeah.
to be fair. It could be quite interesting. If
We've
you,
had a slight technical difficulty with
Yeah.
one of the live streams.
some of this, if we've been having some technical difficulties with one of the live streams, but
It's working on YouTube.
still here on YouTube, obviously. LinkedIn's apparently doesn't like us today, so it is what it is. Anyways, what's coming up next, Matthew?
I think it's Holly's animation.
It is Holly's animation. I'm very excited for this. If you know Holly, well, I think Lincoln College watching us. Holly is the lead animator at Lincoln College Media, and she's amazing. She's amazing at what she does. But we're going into an ad break first, and then we'll talk to you after about the animation.
Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm from the Children's Bereavement Centre, and I'm delighted to tell you about our Daisy Appeal 2024. Funds raised through this appeal this year will support our vision to ensure all bereaved children and young people receive the support they need it when they need it. There are lots of different ways you can get involved. You can donate for a handmade wooden daisy, which this year have been made locally by the Men in Sheds in Collingham and will be included in a beautiful display in the castle grounds on June the 29th. You can wear your Daisy pin badge with pride and show your support. You can get involved in our Daisy Bunting Challenge, so if you're a nifty knitter or a crafty crocheter, you can help us create Daisy Bunting. Or you can go crazy with daisies and decorate your home and business. If you would like to get involved, please visit our website childrensbereavementcentre.co.uk/daisy.
Future Prospects Group sponsors Timeline TV.
Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Me, Connie, Sydney, and Milo are having a picnic.
Yep, we are. Oh, Milo, do you have to pick crumbs into my skirt? Sorry.
Isn't it a lovely day today?
I was just thinking that. It's so sunny out today. It's a nice day to sunbathe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't we all lay down and watch the clouds?
What a great idea. I can see a heart.
I can see a cake.
No, Milo, that looks like a ball.
Oh, really? I must be hungry then. I love cake. This is really nice, guys.
Yes, I agree. Me too. I wish we could do this every day. What do you think, Milo? Milo? Oh, Milo.
So our first question is, what did the process of the animation sort of go like?
The process was like, so normally I have a certain kind of set role, if that makes sense, with animation. I get all the audio, I get all the sound I need, I import that in first, and I use that to just go with, honestly. And I would start by just having a rough outline where everything wants to go. I would like make the sketches, and then once I'm happy with all the sketches, I would just draw them in, do like all the line art for it, do the colouring, backgrounds, and that's pretty much it, and just do that for every single episode, honestly.
Yeah. The next one is, what got you into like animation?
This was like quite a while ago, actually. It was probably like when I was like, what, 12, 13 years old. I just love watching like animations on YouTube, and I've been drawing like most of my life anyway, so I thought I'll just give this a go. I quit for a little bit because it was just so difficult to get around, and then I just thought, you know what, no, I'm going to actually pursue this. I'm actually going to keep going with this, and here I am.
Yeah. The sort of the next one is, are you going to like continue over your animation sort of journey, like uni or apprenticeship?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've got into an animation visual effects course at uni, which I'm really, really happy about, because that's been like my dream since I was in like secondary school. So I'm really happy I've got to that position.
And sort of like our sort of final question is like, what's your favourite part of like the animation sort of thing, like the drawing or software sort of side?
Well, I love all of it, honestly. I love doing the drawings. I love planning out what I want to do. I love the software that I'm using currently, and I've tried software that I'll be hopefully using at uni on like taster days and stuff, and it's just mind-blowing, honestly. It's amazing. So I'm excited about everything. Everything is just great about animation.
Tasha sort of asked, like, is there like plenty of sort of software available for like you to do animation at college?
I think so, yeah. I personally use my iPad because I find computers like just too hard to animate on. I personally just use my iPad. I use Flipperclip on there. I paid about what, £6 for the full thing. It's just one payment for like the rest of my life pretty much, and I use all the features that Flipperclip gave me.
Yeah. Can't think of any more questions. So thanks for your sort of time. And, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we're looking forward to seeing it on the show.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Welcome back. That was just amazing, that sort of animation, wasn't it, Millie?
Yeah, well, we've seen Holly obviously on Mondays. We see her editing away, doing her work, and it's amazing. How did you find that interview, like when you were filming it with Holly?
It went very well. She sort of knew sort of the answers.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
But how did you find editing and filming that interview for the TV show? How did you like it?
Quite easy editing it, because just had to put it in Premiere Pro, sort of top and tail it, just where it sort of ended.
Well, Holly's interview was obviously very informative. She definitely knows what she's doing. She definitely knows what she's doing. The stop motion as well that she does, I believe it is. When she animates it, it's really cool. Like, I think it's some of my favourite that I've seen ever. And I love animation. One of my friends loves animating, so it's quite fun. And
sort of the colours were quite sort of vivid on it and sort of standing out, weren't they?
And the way they talk, you have them talking, and then somebody was talking, like, I don't know what it's called, voice-overing it. And the way they did that, that's so cool. That's probably one of my favourite parts of it, honestly. What was your favourite part?
Sort of like the stop frame animation, because that would have took a lot of work doing like frame by frame.
Yeah, well, we obviously, like I said, see her occasionally on Monday or Tuesday, and she'll show us it, and it's so, like, when you look at it, it's amazing what you think when you think how she's done it. I know you mentioned whilst we were watching it about doing a 3D, you'd love to see her doing a 3D version. Yeah. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I would want to watch a 3D version. I think I'd rather do a 2D because I feel like there's more depth in it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I definitely think I prefer it as a 2D.
Because I think she did it all on her iPad, sort of drawing it out and then...
Well, I think when I was talking to her about it, she did mention that. It's quite cool though, thinking about it, like thinking how she's made it.
And I think she said the app sort of cost about £9 for the iPad.
It's Procreate, if I'm thinking correctly, because I use Procreate on my iPad when I'm designing bits. So if I am right, I believe it's Procreate. This is where Holly comments and she's like, "Millie, it's not Procreate, you're completely wrong." But I could be right, for all I know. But we never know at this point. It's amazing though. It is amazing. It's probably one of my favourite ones I've seen. And I've seen all the VTs about 1 million times. The amount of rehearsals I've done since I've been thrown in.
Definitely the end of the show, we've been singing that all.
I've been singing the end of the show for about a week straight now. Ever since they filmed it, best believe I've been singing it. It's that bad. Like, it's so catchy, it just stays in your head. And it's only one part that you remember. You don't remember any other part but this one part, and it's like, what is going on here? Because, not being funny, what is this? Like, it makes no sense. It's just still in my head whilst I'm talking. It starts getting the nerves a bit. Anyways, I'm very excited for the finale. I'm very, very excited for you all to see it. Like, it's catchy. It is what we needed it to be. You said they filmed 4 different
songs, but we've only got one in because that's what we had time for. But
it's honestly fair enough.
The rest of them will be on
the
website and YouTube at some point.
Yeah, the website's so cool. When it finally releases, we'll have quite a lot coming out soon. A lot of behind the scenes, a lot of unreleased stuff. It's going to be quite packed. Hopefully they continue it next year. Yeah. Hopefully. We think they will because we know a lot of people that come in. Our director especially will probably continue it because he's still here next year. He's the youngest out of the whole crew that's here. It's my last. Anyways. Yeah. Does Newark have any secrets?
I think it does.
Just fast forward in. Does Newark have any secrets? Do we know?
Yeah, and we know it's got the sort of tunnels under the marketplace.
Well, we've got a DT coming straight up that will be quite interesting for you all.
The supposed cannonball hole in the church.
Supposed cannibal, Palace Theatre, but I think we should get into it.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's have a look at the Secrets of Newark.
Future Prospects Group sponsors Secrets of Newark.
On Monday, 5th of July 1920, this stunning venue opened its doors as a picture house built by local entrepreneur Emily Blagg, who, in a time when the suffragettes were fighting for female independence, had managed to carve out a successful career in the property development.
If you stand in the right spot, you can see the hole in the spire where a cannonball hit in 1644 in the second siege of Newark.
Newark Town Hall has housed the mayor and the Newark Civic Administration since it was built in 1776 by John Carr of York. The Grade 1 listed building is now recognised as one of the finest Georgian town halls in the country. The park in Lime Grove, she made the decision to expand on her small empire and knock down the Chantry House to create her vision of the perfect Art Deco theatre. Situated behind the town hall, Newark Butter Market was opened in 1884. Designed as a covered market, it is a beautiful building that has a major role in boosting the town's retail, cultural and leisure offerings.
There's been a church on this site for 1,000 years. This present church is built in the Gothic style, which dates past the 12th century. St Mary's Magdalene's was one of the largest parish churches in England and is known as one of the finest as well.
Newark Castle was built by the River Trent by Alexander of Lincoln, the Bishop of Lincoln, in 1123. Building was erected and endowed in the year 1882 by Charlotte Viscountess Ossington, and she is known to haunt the building. The earliest known occupation of the site was in Anglo-Saxon times in 1055. The town was granted to the bishops of Lincoln, in whose hands it remained until 1549. Bishop Alexander built a castle and bridge over the River Trent there in 1123 to 1135. The castle was replaced by a stone building in 1173. But when the establishment began to sell alcohol, some claim the ghost of Lady Ossington became offended, and their reports of the oil painting of her began to fly off the wall. King John died here in 1216 after eating a soufflet of peaches. The theatre has given more than entertainment to the town over the past years. Its spectacular minarets proved the ideal lookout post for spotting fires during the Second World War. Newark has two rivers, the River Trent and the Devon. Newark has a sugar beet factory which processes 1.6 million tonnes of sugar beet each year. The earliest parts of the present church, the crypt and the four piers at the transept crossing, date from about 1180 and are all that remains of the transitional Norman church. The building was not a successful commercial venture as a temperance tavern, and in 1889 it became a private hotel. In 1942 it was taken over by the Air Ministry to accommodate airmen from the RAF Windfall.
The NCM and Arts and Design Showcase is on June the 19th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Newark College. Join us for drinks and nibbles while looking at all the wonderful work our creative students do.
And we're back. So, Secrets of Newark, it's actually quite entertaining thinking about it, because we filmed it in half a day in very high winds, you could tell. But I didn't know there were many secrets, like that many secrets.
And like that was just
a little portion,
handful,
because me and Jack had to leave early because we had appointments to go to, but I remember you filmed about another 10 or 15 after we left. We did the first 5. And there was about 20.
And like I used to sort of map someone had created of Newark on like a Google Maps thing to find some of the facts, and then some of them are new.
Cannonball one.
Yeah.
That one's well known. That's always that's a fact at Civil War Museum they give you. If you go to the Civil War Museum in Newark, not promo.
And you can get in there for free if you're a Newark resident.
Yeah, if you're a Newark resident, you can get there for free. I don't go often. We go in half term. I go run with my mum sometimes to help her out when she's working. And they would always tell us to look at that cannonball shot. Always. it's just, I don't know.
Then there's loads about the castle.
Yeah, loads about the castle. Well, Ossington,
Yeah.
I can't remember really what we said about Ossington, but the ghost, I believe we touched upon that.
That's to do with the alcohol they sort of
Yeah,
serve there and
it's a
stuff.
massive thing, the ghost is. Ghost of Ossington, Lady of Ossington that haunted the place. That's why Zizzy's was the only one that kept stayed there with, that it liked, if you remember.
And sort of at Newark Castle, they're sort of redeveloping it,
Yeah.
aren't they, and stuff.
Then finally, it's taken them so many years. It's taken them as long as I've been alive. I've been alive 18 years now, so kind of shows how like bad it's been.
Yeah.
They've uncovered so much of the dig they were doing. They did that
Yeah, they
dig
were
recently
doing
as
like
well,
an
didn't they?
archaeological dig.
And they found that whole Roman road underneath the castle, which was quite cool thinking about it. We said we'd go and get shots over there, but we never got there in the end because we were really busy with final project bits. But, well, I say final project, my final project and your, well, their TV show. So, like I said, only standing in, but you can tell Newark is very cool. It's a very, anyways, it's time to hit the road.
Yeah.
I remember when this first started.
Yeah.
We would still be here till Friday. I'm not joking you. If Hit the Road was like it was back a year ago.
Yeah. I sort of thought a 57-minute edit was short at the time.
57 minutes, guys. 57.
But now I've realised as I've developed my skills.
It's now what? I think it's 4 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
Put it down to 2 minutes now. But if you like driving, then Hit the Road. It's right up your street. I think we should go and have a look at it.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Hi, and welcome to Hit the Road. I'm Matthew, and in today's episode, I'm going to be giving you a verdict on my 2015 Honda Civic, which I've owned for 3 years. So, let's get into it. So, let's start with the good points. The first point is that the Honda Civic has excellent fuel economy. I normally average about 40 mpg on a trip. The next point is the cruise control. It has two features, one just being the cruise control, and then the other being the speed limiter. The speed limiter lets you set a speed limit, say of 30 miles an hour, and it will stick to 30 miles an hour, so then you don't get them pesky speeding fines. The next item I like is the DAB radio, as you can pick up lots of radio stations what are on DAB only instead of FM radio. As you can see, this boot space on this 2015 Honda Civic is big. And the final good point I like is the LED daylight running lights. Now they just look so good, and I like the design and the curve of it. So, on to the bad points about the Honda Civic. The first one is the headlights for night driving aren't the best. It's like sort of looking at jam jars for headlights. The next one is the lack of power when you really need it the most. Then my final point is the infotainment system is quite outdated now, as you have no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to plug in your phone and listen to your tunes and navigation. So that's it for this episode of Hit the Road, but make sure you tune in again soon for hopefully another episode. Until then, I've been Matthew, and stay safe on the road.
Now, to talk about Hit the Road quickly with us before we go into his project. So, Cameron, you've obviously filmed, what, season 1, 2 and 3 with Matthew.
All of them.
All of them. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure when I was editing it last year, you filmed it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you did when you went to Lincoln. I want to say it was Lincoln, wasn't it?
That was Hit the Foss Way, that
Hit
one.
the Foss
That
Way.
was slightly different, but...
Pretty similar. Sorry, we're having technical issues here. Microphone's not passing here. It is. Hit the Road anyway.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Anyways, the photos are already up. I thought your photos were. Tell us about this car.
This was sat outside St Pancras.
Oh, do you know what car it is?
I know it's a McLaren, that's as much as I know.
Well, I told you it's a McLaren. We had
I
this
sort of
debate.
want to say a 720S.
We was having this debate the other week where we were showing these photos to talk about, and Matthew here thought it was a Lamborghini.
No.
You thought it was a Lamborghini. I said all along it was a McLaren. All along. I thought you had the body of a McLaren. You went, no, Lamborghini. Well, it's a McLaren. As you can see, Matthew's head is also cut off. But what was your favourite thing about taking this photo?
But I knew I was going to do like a one colour with it already when I saw the picture. So.
We did a black and white thing, didn't we?
Is it one of your favourite photos?
Yeah, it is the favourite one out of all of them because it was easy to do, but took a time, but it was good fun.
It was cool to get. All right, under an eye now. Tell us about this. Tell us how you shot this.
Honestly, this one, I just kind of saw the photo and just shot it.
Shot it. I like how the trees are obviously see them when they're going down, and it's like I think I've got a similar photo. What do you use to take photos on?
I use my phone a lot.
Do you use your phone?
Yeah.
Do you not use a camera? It looks like it's taken on a camera.
That one is, but like I use my phone for most of my.
Most of your photography. Yeah, fair enough. Phones these days are literally amazing. They've got cinematic mode. Like we joke about about the fact that we don't need our cameras anymore, that we could just use our phones for stuff like this. So it's just funny if you think about it. Because what's technology? What's one of your favourite photos apart from the car then?
Apart from the car is there's like a reddish building.
Oh, the one with the contrast. I think I've seen that one. Can you just put that up quickly? That one.
Yeah.
I do like this one to be fair. I like how you've got the contrast. You can see the shadows, and it just looks like it's floating.
It was easy to edit.
I really like the bus one. What they should show in a second.
They show it.
Because like you sort of
inverted
the colours around
it.
it.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Yeah.
I do like. It looks like it's on a red carpet. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
A little bit, yeah.
It does look like a red carpet, which is kind of cool if you think about it.
Because it's got sort of the shadow would be normally sort of a dark colour.
How did you edit it? Oh, this is where we get exposed. He didn't actually edit it.
But I edited it, but like I was just playing about with colours and stuff and tried to make it as cool as possible. I did it backwards, but it's alright. It turned out alright.
It did turn out alright. It does look good, I find.
And I think there's the hotel one as well.
The hotel?
Yeah, there's a
got
hotel.
like patterns on it.
Yeah, we had a conversation about this earlier actually, because this hotel's known, well, I've not got a face, but this hotel's known for changing it up quite a bit, and it is quite cool when you think about it, what it's done. So, anyways, that's anything else you want to add? Cameras?
That's it.
I think it's just time to get into the cooking.
Yeah.
I think it's time. What's your favourite?
I'd have to say.
Oh God, here we go. I can tell you straight up.
At the
what
moment, a butter chicken curry with like a naan bread.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
And then my second choice is probably a margarita pizza with polenta chips. What's your sort of favourite food?
Every single time somebody asks this question, he has to bring my workplace up. I'm not joking. Every single time, without fail, my workplace is brought up in these kind of questions.
It's good pizza though.
I'm not fond of the pizza. Don't fire me. Don't fire me. If you're watching this, don't fire me. Like, I'm not saying where I work for this exact reason, but I'm not fond of the pizza. I love the calamari. Calamari is one of my favourites at the place. If you've never had calamari, it reminds me of the one from Spain. So we go to Spain quite often, and it tastes quite similar. So, I've got to say, calamari is probably my favourite, along with noodles. Giving you a little hint there. And that's about it. That is about it.
Do you like sushi?
Oh, sushi. We had this debate, I think, the other day. We've talked about a lot of stuff recently. We've had too much time on our hands, weirdly enough. But I love sushi. I believe you don't like it.
I've tried it a couple of times. I'm alright with it.
I told him he needed to try the Waitrose sushi because the Waitrose sushi is banging. It's so good. It's £5 for one big thing of sushi, a small thing of sushi and a drink, and it's really good quality sushi. This guy over here told me he didn't like sushi, so he went to Waitrose, picked himself up a pack, decided he liked it. I took that as a win in my books. Took that as a win because who doesn't like sushi? Anyways.
Shall we have a look at the
Let's go and have a look at the cooking. I think we're cooking a chili con carne recipe.
Yeah, it comes from Mexico.
Comes from Mexico, there we go. Learn something new every day. I think we should go have a look at it.
Hello, my name's John and I'm the owner of the Lions Bed and Breakfast in Newark, in Nottinghamshire. What we're going to do today is to make two dishes, a main course and a dessert. To start with, we're going to make a chili con carne. Garlic, chilies, onions, cumin, oregano, minced beef, tomatoes, kidney beans, beef stock, coriander, and chili con carne comes from Mexico. And the words chili con carne means chili with meat. What we're going to do is we're going to start to prepare things over here. So as you can see, we've already chopped the onions. We've got some oil in the main pan. And then what we're going to do is to chop some garlic and chilli, and we're going to start and get a base by cooking the onions, chilli, garlic, along with some cumin and some oregano.
How long have we been live so far? 45 minutes.
We're browning the meat, like I said, with some chilli and some onions and some garlic. And then we're going to start to layer it. And the next thing would be to put some coriander into it. We've already added some cumin, and we've already added the oregano. So this is some roughly chopped coriander. So, as you can see, everything's underway. We've got everything in the pot. It's cooking slowly. We're just going to cook it for a couple of hours and then leave it, stir in some chocolate, 90% cocoa, and some fresh coriander at the end.
Welcome back from that sort of amazing cooking VT. Yeah.
So, moving on
Yeah.
from the cooking, we are going to go into media memories. So this is just a look at what we're doing in a day in the life at media and some of the projects we've had before. So I hope you enjoy.
Sort of started it sort of like from level 2, some of the projects we did there.
To
So,
what we're doing now in level 3. So
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy. Let's go take a look.
Yeah.
We've come a long way, but we're not too sure where we've been. We've had success, we've had good times, but remember this. Being on this path of life for so long, feel I've walked 1,000 miles. Sometimes stroll hand in hand with love. Everybody's been there. With danger on my mind, I would stand on the line of hope. And I knew I could make it. Once I knew the boundaries, I looked into the clouds as though my face in the moonlight. Just then I realized what a fool I could be. Just 'cause I look so high, you don't have to see me. Finding paradise wasn't easy, but still, there's a road going down the other side of this field. Forget where you're coming from. Pretend that it's all real. Soon this will all be someone else's dream. This will be someone else's dream. Safe from the arms of disappointment for so long. Feel each day we've gone too far. Yet each day seems to make.
And we're back.
Now that was a look at the day in the life of the media students. So there were some great memories, Matthew. I remember when you did your car advert, start off with the first ever one. That was mental. But we are now joined by Justin here, who's our tutor at Newark College. And he's just here to talk to us about how he's found it over the past, how many years have you been here?
Well, altogether, this is my 33rd year here.
When are you retiring again?
I don't know yet.
Soon. We say this every day. He says he's going to retire every single day.
Every single day.
He's still not retired. He's been here for the last 2 years after saying I was going to make him retire.
But that was the first 2 years in 91 to 93 as a student, and then I became a member of staff after that. So, yeah, a few years now.
A few years. Only a couple more to go.
Maybe a couple more than that.
You say a couple more, then you won't be able to stop because you'll feel bad because you'll miss your year twos.
Yes.
But how have you found the transition? Because obviously you were a student, like we said, from the student life to being a teacher.
I think on this side, having been staff more than a student, I think it was really useful to know both sides of it.
Yeah.
Because from the student side, you know how a project's presented, and in those days it was a little bit more that a brief was given and the students would do them in a block of time. You guys obviously know that it's changed.
Well, you can choose what
where you can choose, and choosing the direction and pathway that you want to go. But in those days, it was sort of we do radio or documentary for a number of weeks. So I think from that side, then becoming a member of staff, having done it as a student, you know those things of like, what didn't I enjoy about a brief? Or so I think how the qualifications changed, because in those days also it was a BTEC, so now we're under UAL. There's that lot more freedom with it. So I think hopefully the way that, you know, as with all the different things that are even going on now while this show's on, it's people finding that, you know, media is such a big area, finding the area that they love. I mean, in my days, it was literally sort of film, TV and radio.
Yeah.
I was before the days of internet.
Well, so now you've got social media.
Yeah, so the thing, web design and all that, that's all part of the, you know, and something print-based was probably called print because it was printed. It was I know we still have physical things like the magazine we do, but of course everything's very much digital now as well. So that's been, I think that's probably an interesting thing, was if I'd come in as a member of staff straight away, but I had that sort of background and learning opportunity to know how maybe a brief.
Student thinks. A student thinks. Do you have anything to say, Matthew?
Do you have sort of like a favourite student project you've seen sort of over the years?
There's been a lot of things, but I think the thing in my head is maybe just elements of things where maybe, you know, some students join, and if they're with us either for the 3 or 2 years, that they might come in at a certain interest area. Then the nature of how we do things, they see somebody else doing something or inspired, and you know, and then where they're thinking they're going like that, it might be a bit more of a journey like that way. But then actually, like I say, it's more maybe within a final project where if something like an edit's exported or something comes out of the printing, and then they've done it. And you know, the sort of the thing of like evaluating, reflecting, and part of the thing we're trying to get from you is like, what steps have I learned? That journey. So I think rather than saying, oh, this film that was called this or this, I think it's probably just maybe more individual elements.
Yeah. Is there any, over the years, what part, like side of the media is that you really enjoy over the years?
Me personally, I think I've probably always been more like on maybe the video side, the visual side, and I think because I actually ended up being more sort of self-taught with it. Was maybe on the Photoshop side. I mean, that sort of stuff I do outside as well with the theatrical stuff. I'm at theatre stuff. I do the programs and stuff.
We'll see you all doing it. We'll see you just typing away,
strutting my stuff. But I think that's probably that side. I quite like that sort of visual creative side. So I think maybe probably in the video side, even maybe more the post-production, the edit, than maybe sort of the script writing and stuff. But then certainly like just before I came in here, the stuff that people are doing, finishing off, it's sort of like there's album and CD covers being done and book covers and other magazines. I quite enjoy
seeing that all come together.
Printing out and then assembling it and stuff. So yeah, that's probably the side I
really
enjoy.
love. Yeah. Is there anything you want to add, Matthew?
Don't think so.
You don't want to add anything? Over the years you've been here, how hard has it been for you to switch to teaching? If that makes sense.
I don't know. I think that was when I was a student. I think, because I say I was approached by my tutors at the time. I was actually got a place at Salford University.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, it was about this time of year of doing my final project. I was called in the office, and it's like, well, what's this about?
Yeah.
And they just sort of had liked the way I maybe presented myself as a student and worked with people. And there was just an opportunity for a new member of staff. So they sort of said, you know, so I actually sort of gave up my place to go to university, and then, so I don't know, but then I think I originally was like the course technician, so it was like issuing equipment and supporting on that side. Then it literally was another member of staff that was here that went, that I was then asked to step in to do some teaching hours, and it built from there. So
fair enough. Thank you for that, Justin.
You're welcome.
We're now going to move away from the media side, and we're going to go to sports. So if you like football, this one's next. You will enjoy. So let's go into that.
Hi, my name is Phil. I've always been
Oh
a
my
massive football fan. Although I have teams I follow, in which being my favourite team growing up, Arsenal, and my local team who I had a season ticket for 10 years, Charlton Athletic, I've always been around the country visiting different football clubs, and these are my top 5. Number 5 for me has to be Chelsea. This football stadium located in West London is home to Chelsea Football Club. I visited this stadium whilst I was 8 years old. I've been since when watching Chelsea play live. The 40,000 capacity Stamford Bridge is full of the club's history, as Chelsea FC have been playing there since 1905, so legends from every century have played on the same field. For example, Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, Bobby Tambling, Gianfranco Zola, and many more. The bridge comes 5th for me. 4th place for me is Manchester City. For Etihad, home to 9-time Premier League champions and looking for their 4th in a row this season, Manchester City have a beautiful modern stadium in East Manchester with a capacity of 53,000, making it the 6th largest stadium in England. Looking ground in 2003 from Main Road, but they are definitely not short of successful history. Some iconic moments that has happened in the Etihad are 13th of May his 116th season of competitive football, also known as the Centurions, where Pep Guardiola managed 100 points in a season and going down as one of the best Premier League teams of all time. Number 3 for me is the Estadio Olímpic in Barcelona. This is FC Barcelona's temporary stadium whilst the new camp is getting renovated, and wow, it's impressive. Now I know this isn't the new camp, but I didn't realise that when booking the tickets and flights for their game against Napoli in the Champions League, but it was still an amazing experience. This stadium is the Estadio Olímpic, and Barcelona have been playing there for the whole season, and the team will move back to the new camp in November. This stadium was pure energy with its Colosseum style and no roof. Whilst watching the match with all the locals, it felt very classic and definitely one to remember. On to number 2. Now, and it's the iconic Old Trafford. Built in 1905, Manchester United Stadium, also known as the Old Trafford, is located in West Manchester and has a huge capacity of 74,000, which is the second biggest football stadium in the UK. This stadium has seen it all, from Sir Bobby Charlton and his 249 iconic goals, Ronaldo's unreal free kick against Portsmouth in 2008, Wayne Rooney's unbelievable overhead kick in the Manchester derby. The aura this stadium carries speaks for itself. As it towers over the River Irwell, this stadium is the most iconic in the UK. On to number 1. Number 1 now, and this is a proper stadium. Newcastle's St James Park may as well be a park because it is absolutely massive. The capacity of the stadium is a staggering 53,000, which stands at the 6th biggest stadium in the Premier League. I was quite young when visiting this stadium, but I can still remember how impressive it was when I first arrived there. This stadium has a very unique attribute, as the pitch is not flat but as an incline, because as the years rolled by, the stadium underwent a transformation. The slope's gradient gradually disappeared, making the slope a more manageable 2 meters. However, Despite these changes, the slope is still noticeable to the 22 players who are on it. The stadium is definitely not shy of legends, as the Premier League's top goalscorer, Alan Shearer, scored 206 goals here during his 9 years for playing for the club. The Magpies take the number 1 spot. That's been my top 5 stadiums. I do have many more on the list to go to, especially abroad, and I will tick some of those off this year. I've been Finley, back to Jack and Matthew in the studio. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're back.
Yeah.
Oh, we're ringing, we're echoing. I can hear it. Anyways, thanks for that, Finley.
Yeah.
As we're back, do you support any football teams?
I try and support Nottingham Forest
Yeah.
and England a little bit, but I don't all the time. How about you?
Yeah, I don't really. I've always followed rugby F1. I watch the Lionesses every so often. My cousin got scouted to play in America for football as well, so I have watched her play quite often. She was very good. I think she's watching. Could be interesting if she is. She might kill me for saying that, but whatever. Anyways, did you take anything else away from it?
I didn't know that about sort of Newcastle,
Yeah.
sort of with a slight incline a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I do. Don't know anything about football, so it's all new to me. Honestly, all new to me. I've heard about the Barcelona Stadium though. One of my friends really wants to go in the summer, so I think I'm going with her if I don't end up at Silverstone, which could be interesting. But obviously, you never know with the weather, because sometimes, as we realised recently, it's been lovely and sunny. What's happened the last 2 days?
Rain.
I say that whilst I'm in a skirt, but like I'm fed up with the rainy weather. I want it back. As you can see, I'm also very injured. Like we just ignored the fact I'm injured, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it was quite interesting. I'm a very avid sports lover, but moving on from sport, we're going to film.
Yeah.
One extreme to the other. One extreme to the other. However, this is by main song.
Yeah.
And as you know, we both really enjoy
Yeah.
this alone. It's one of my favourite pieces I've seen her produce, and I've seen all of them. I love them all. This is by far my favourite. I know you worked with her.
Yeah, I did the sound and with a boom pole and on the Tascam and stuff, and I mean, just some of the shots looked amazing. And like the behind the scenes.
Well, you'll be
is really
amazed
good.
of what this looks like, because I've just seen the final cut. So let's have a look at this film by our resident filmmaker, Mayton. Let's go take a look. What do you think?
It's unlike anything we've ever seen before. The world is entering a new age, and I'm leading it.
But with the recent string of failures in your company, Dr. Spear, I'm left with no other choice but to seize investment. It's complete delusion.
You need to tell me right now. What are you? What do you want?
This thing tried to kill me. If that happens to someone important, you won't be able to fix that with money.
That's because you gave it a reason to.
How do you know it'll have a reason to next time?
That's not going to happen.
And we're back. That was amazing.
That was amazing. Yeah.
That was honestly amazing. I've said this to her multiple times. She always doubts her work more than any of us do, but it always turns out really, really good.
Yeah.
And she's always down to help you as well.
Yeah.
Always down to help. She's currently helping in the gallery.
Doing the autograph.
Yeah, even though she's still got stuff to be doing, she's came to help us. So it is. She's amazing. It's an amazing film. This obviously only the trailer, because the film we couldn't obviously get done in time because there was a lot going on. But with what she had, it's, I can say it's some of the best things I've seen in college in a while. And I've watched, like I keep saying, so many rounds, so many things. I've seen all sorts, and that's definitely my favourite by far. What do you think, Matthew? What about you? How do you feel about it?
Well, the colour grading was very, very good.
Yeah.
Sort of the graphics with like the computer, and that was really well done, because I know it was sort of green screen, like sort of keyed on to the screen and stuff.
Yeah, I
and
just
like
found it amazing.
Smoke effect was actually a smoke machine in the room when we were doing it. So very
It's
good.
so cool. And I know actors dropped out last minute, so what she did is still amazing if we think about it, because a lot of things
Yeah.
they dropped out, so she couldn't do anything about it. But I'm so excited to see. She might bring it out as a feature film. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what it will turn out like. So I think, what's up next? Thinking about
I think
it.
it's the Berlin.
Ooh.
So what's about Berlin? Like sort of their 48-hour
Yeah.
travel guide, but we've cut it down a little bit to fit in. But
Yeah.
the full version is on the website.
It's on YouTube and the website, isn't
Yeah.
it? This will make you want to get a city getaway.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this because I booked tickets to go to Berlin after I first saw this ramp.
Yeah.
So that explains how much I liked it. So I think we should
Have a look.
have a look if they're ready for us to have a look.
How come you chose to do Berlin out of all the other countries you could sort of go in Europe?
Well, the previous project we did was in around February, just after Christmas,
Yeah.
and we went to Newcastle, and we did the same kind of thing. We we went round, saw the sights, went to the castle, shopping centre, and we did a tour of the stadium there.
Yeah.
Which is what Harrison does. He likes the sport journalism. He wants to get into that. So
Yeah.
we like to visit the stadiums. I think they're pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
But we weren't 100% happy with how it turned out. In the end, it was good when we were there, but the actual video was a bit like rushed.
Yeah.
So we ended up deciding to do it again for the next project for the FMP, but expanding on it completely. So we decided that we're gonna go on a bigger trip. And at first we were saying Brussels in Belgium, just because it was quite cheap to go to. So we looked into Belgium, and we realized it was fine, but we didn't really have anything in particular that we wanted to see there. So then I know I don't know if it was me or Harrison, but we just said, "Oh, let's go to Berlin," and that kind of clicked, and we're like, "Yeah," we kind of said it as a bit of a joke. So we always had Birmingham as our backup, all B's. But yeah, it just happened in the end, and we booked our flights in the same week as we came up with the idea. So yeah, all was done pretty fast, and he did German GCSE, and I know a bit, so quite interested in the culture and things there. So yeah, so then for the FMP, we decided to completely expand upon it. We've got our own brand for it, which is called What's About. So this was an episode on its own. It's What's About Berlin. So we tried to completely, just expand and make it as great as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your sort of like time spent in Berlin? Like, did you go see lots of sort of stuff?
Well, we arrived in Berlin on the 14th, I think it was, on Sunday, and that was about 3 p.m. So we were into the city straight away, and we passed through the city. We saw the East Side Gallery, which is where the Berlin Wall is, like the most famous parts with the murals and graffiti. And then we got some street food and headed to the hotel to check in and stuff, just like get our bearings about us. But yeah, that was the first day, and then the second day was the only full day we had there, and we were up at about 6, 7 in the morning, and we got the train to the Olympic Stadium. So we did our tour, like how we would have done in Newcastle, but better. So we did that tour. That was really great, and then we got the train back into the center of the city, and we just started walking, and we hit off every single landmark we could. In the end, we saw the Victory Column, which is in I think it's the Tiergarten. It's like a big park. And then we walked to the Brandenburg Gate. We saw the Reichstag, the Jewish Memorial, and then we saw the Mall of Berlin. And then from there, we went to Checkpoint Charlie, and then we got the train back to the Reichstag. The train is amazing there. But yeah, we got the train to the Reichstag, saw that, and then got the train to a restaurant, and we got some doner kebab. We tried to as much food as we can, so we ended up having like beer, currywurst, schnitzel, everything we could. But yeah, that was the full day. We had tried beers and things afterwards. Then the last day, our flight was quite early. I think it was about around 2 p.m. So we couldn't really do much that day.
Yeah.
So we just kind of chilled out for a bit and had a break because we were on full send for 2 days before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the full day we were up to about, gone midnight at least, still out and about, just seeing everything we could. So it was really, really condensed down.
Yeah.
But we, we tried to do as much as we could, and I'm happy that we covered, we've covered more than we set out to. So yeah.
Yeah.
Time spent pretty well.
What would you sort of say like your favourite thing was to do in Berlin?
Well, just the streets were lovely. It's just amazing like atmosphere there. It was really nice, clean. Everyone's friendly. But in terms of landmarks, I think the Olympic Stadium was the best thing that we saw. It's just the history there, and our guide was amazing. He told us all the history, showed us like about I think it's Hertha Berlin that plays there. I'm not too sure, but yeah, all the current day football stuff, and then it goes on to the the Nazi regime, and then you got the 1936 Olympic Games. So that was there, and that's what it was built for. And it's just all the history of how it was built, and then you get shown into these like underground. It's almost like a catacomb like system underneath, and it was just amazing, really impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the final question is like, how was your journey into Berlin? Like, was it all smooth or like, any delays?
Everything was absolutely perfect. Yeah, we flew from East Midlands Airport in Nottingham, so completely through straight away, no queues or anything. We flew Ryanair, a bit of a gamble, but cheap flights. But the landings were perfect. The flights were nothing to complain about whatsoever. Clean, great landing, not a crash landing. But the trains in Berlin took a while to get the hang of. But we figured it out, and it was just hop on, hop off, go where we want, and really smoothly. And the way back was really smooth as well. The airport in Berlin was great, and the flight back was great as well.
Yeah. That's sort of all my questions. So like, thanks for your time and stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
This is What's About, and we're spending 48 hours in Berlin, showing you everything the city has to offer. So we just got off the train at Warschauer Straße on the S-Bahn to hopefully go and see the Berlin Wall. We picked up pretzels from the station, and now we're following the street down towards the River Spree. This is the East Side Gallery, the longest surviving section of the Berlin Wall. It's over 1 kilometre in length and has many famous artworks such as the Kiss. The Berlin Wall divided the communist East and the capitalist West for almost 30 years. This stands as a scar today on the city itself and a historic must-see for anyone visiting. We've just checked into our A&O hostel, which was just a 10-minute walk from the central station, and we can't believe how easy it was to get here. The public transport was great and easy to navigate, and we booked a room that we're very pleased with. We'll definitely be going down to the lounge and bar later. But for now, we're going to head out again to Alexanderplatz to see if we can go up the TV tower.
This is the Berlin TV Tower, which was completed in 1969. It offers panoramic views of the city and has a bar on the viewing level as well as a restaurant a few levels up. It's the tallest building in Germany at a height of over 1,200 feet, making it even taller than the Shard in London.
Yeah.
That was quite interesting.
Yeah, very.
Honestly, it made me want to go. How did you find it?
Well, it makes me want to like book a holiday to Germany or France or something.
Yeah. What would you do?
Well, if I know I was going to Germany, I'd probably want to go on the Autobahn, see what top speed.
The Nürburgring.
And the Nürburgring, yeah. Go do a lap.
I love the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
We had this conversation once again earlier. That's one of my favourite circuits. Did you obviously know? I think it was in the 1980s, 1990s. My facts could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the Nürburgring. It's the old Nürburgring.
Yeah.
They had like a death wall, so it would be like this, and then
Yeah.
you'd be driving alongside. It was really cool. Really dangerous, but really cool. I believe it's Nürburgring.
Yeah.
It's either that or Spa. It's one of the two, but it's really cool. Spa's a good one.
Yeah.
That's another one to visit. Can't wait.
Because I know like Berlin was also split with the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And then
Berlin's
sort of
also
opened it
known
up.
for lots of.
Yeah.
It's like you've got parts of it. You've got your Berlin Wall. You've got your north and south. With your south part of it, I'm pretty sure one side has a lot of clubs. It's known for a lot of raves. The other side is very pretty. My parents visited over the winter. They loved it.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. Honestly, wouldn't take it anywhere else. It's somewhere I definitely want to visit, and I should be visiting if I don't go to Silverstone.
And I know there's like sort of like loads of Premier Inns over there, so it's fairly
it's
reasonable
fairly
as well.
cheap. It's fairly cheap compared to what it could be, so it's worth it in the end. You got anything to say else about it?
Sort of the filming was sort of very good and clear because I know they used like
they used the gimbal,
phones,
didn't they?
The phones and the gimbal, yeah.
Yeah, iPhone 14 Pro
and the 15, I think, as well.
And the 15 as well. It's really good. That is honestly really good.
And I think they might have edited it on like Final Cut, maybe, just sort of with the graphics. I think.
Yeah. Well, obviously there's that new technology where you can use an iPad to even look. So, anyways, we now have a break. So after the break, don't forget to tune back in as we have the finale, and it's very exciting. I'm very excited for you all to see it. So I think we should go take a look now, and we'll see you in a bit.
Future Prospects Group sponsors Timeline TV.
Now,
we
thought we had a break, but apparently we don't. It's time for the Legally Blonde BT. This, I can't get this song out of my head.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. Every single break we've had, I've been singing this break. Like,
and
I've been
like
singing.
it was amazing to film because we had 4 cameras, but in the end,
But you had the new gimbal as well, looking enough. It's very exciting.
and like it took 2 months of back and forward email and
It took a lot of planning. I remember when you first mentioned it, and we was like, we don't know if they'll be able to do it.
Came up with the idea in the first show before we even did it. So
Yeah, and we're now on the 3rd show. I think this is my 3rd show. I was never meant to do a show. third show
You
co-presenting. I'm just an honorary member at this point, honestly. I was down for social media. They scrapped the social media, Matthew took over, and they put me instead. And now I'm here. So that was quite a turn of events, but it makes sense seeing what's going to uni for it. So here we are. But I'm very excited for this VT.
Yeah.
I can hear the song in my head still, and I'm very tempted to sing it, but we're not doing that today. I can't sing it any more than I have. I'll sing along to it when we're playing it, but you won't be able to see that, sorry. But I think it's time to go watch VT, I believe. So, if you're ready, let's go and have a look.
Dear L, he's a lucky guy. I'm like gonna cry. I've got tears coming out of my nose. Matt proves he's the campus catch. You're the perfect match, cause you both got such great taste in clothes. Of course he will propose. Dear L, honey, mazel tov. Future's taking off. Bring that ring back and show it to me. 4 carats and princess cut. Are you psyched to what? I just wish I could be there to see. When it gets down on one knee. Oh my God, you guys. Looks like Elle's gonna win the prize. If there ever was a perfect couple, this one qualifies. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, this is happening. Our own homecoming queen and king. Finally, she'll be trying on a huge engagement ring beside. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. Shut up, Al. Shut up, Warner. Shut up and engaged. Oh my God. Okay, everybody, sign. Get down from the line, and we'll start the engagement parade. Light candles, single file. Don't forget to smile. Lose the gum cake, you look like the maid. Sorry. Now prepare to serenade. Oh my God, you guys. Looks like Elle's gonna win the prize. If there ever was a perfect couple, this one qualifies. Oh my God, I'm serious. Em and Warner, we're meant to be. Not once ever has he hit on me. Shut up. They're just like the couple from Titanic. Only no one dies. Oh my God. 2, 3, 4. Daughter of Delta New, soon to be fiancé. Now that a man chose you, your life begins today. Making a happy home, waste not his hard-earned wage, and so he does not roam. Try not to look your age. Still, if your hour of need, let it be understood. No make a supersede our sacred bond of sisterhood. Oh my God, you guys. Guys, she's not here. Where's Elbruiser? She's totally freaking out. She doesn't have an engagement outfit. She's trapped in the Old Valley Mill. Oh, sorry, the Old Valley Mall. Oh my God, you guys. Fashion crisis is super fine. No one should be left alone to dress and to accessorize. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's almost there, but this dress needs to seal the deal, make a full man kneel. But it can't come right out and say bride. Can't look like I'm desperate or like I'm waiting for it. I gotta leave Warner his pride, so right is more implied. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, rehearsal tracks. Every time he looks at me, it's totally proposalized. Oh my God, you guys. So help me dress for my fairy tale. Can't wear something I bought on sale. Love is like forever, this is no time to economize. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, Lars make commission so easy. Excuse me, have you seen this? It just came in. It is perfect. For a blouse. Right, with a half lip stitch on China silk? Uh-huh.
Rehearsal tracks.
But the thing is, you can't use a half lip stitch on China silk.
it'll pucker. And you didn't just get this in because I saw it in last May's Vogue.
Oh my god, you guys!
I am not about to buy last year's dress at this year's price.
Right through that sounds girls' lives.
It may be perfect for a blonde, but I'm not that blonde. I may be in love, but I'm not stupid, lady. I've got eyes.
Oh my god, Elwood, sorry our mistake. Courtney, take a break. Just ignore her, she hasn't been well. Try this latest from Milan. Go on, try it on. I take care of my best clientele. It's a gift from me to Elle.
Well, that was amazing.
That was
at the
an
end of the
amazing
show.
Definitely a good end of the show. That was a panic in the last 5 minutes because I was just singing the whole time, and I was like, I don't want to shut up yet because it's quite entertaining. But
what would you sort of say your favourite thing was?
Of the show?
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys. I'm obsessed with that phrase. All me tongues film. All me tongues film. But the oh my god, you guys. That has been stuck in my head for God knows how long, and every single time.
Yeah.
I think there's so many videos of me at this point singing it at college. I'll just be walking around and one of my friends will be filming it because I'm just singing, oh my god. And I'm like, hey, hey. He's filming me over there actually, the guy behind the camera is singing that earlier. What was yours, Matthew? Would you say?
I'd say the end of the show was the best bit for me.
I think we can both agree on that. It obviously took a lot of planning.
Yeah.
I didn't see much of the planning side. I just had to sit here on the day, hope for the best, hope for the best.
And I wonder if any of the viewers noticed our sort of sign.
He's been changing. I didn't even realise he was doing this until like the last 2 minutes. He's been changing this every single scene. So if you've not noticed that, I can't lie, I didn't either. So
Have they been watching if they hadn't noticed it?
I just don't have a good attention span. Like I will be doing something else. Anyways,
There'll be sort of a longer version of the end of the show on YouTube soon, so we'll post that out on social media.
and it'll be on the website as well at some point, hopefully. However, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Thereabouts, I think, yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add? How about the show?
Well, it's sort of been a good...
What was your favourite part? Well, we've already said that, but what part did you like the most that you had to put the most effort into?
Like anything on
anything.
I sort of like doing the paperwork sort of behind the scenes.
Yeah, we do have this conversation quite a bit. You do like staying behind cameras, whereas I prefer being out front.
Yeah.
So we've had that conversation before.
I mean, I sort of prefer it when it's a smaller production crew, I think, when I don't mess stuff up.
I can't talk, I can't speak today. Like, I've been messing up every single rehearsal today, I think, because I just can't talk. My voice, I was losing my voice in our first rehearsal this morning, and we didn't think I would actually get it back. So we're quite lucky that I did, because we would be done for hours. But I honestly, mine's probably presenting social media part, but it's quite, it's been a very stressful last week, because obviously, like we said earlier, Jack's had an illness, so he can't.
Yeah, that was very stressful.
He's in our gallery, but he's struggling, he can't present, but we wish him the best. On June the 19th, we have our showcase coming up as well, in which we will be there. You're going to be showing
the TV
show. I'm going to be showing my actual production. It isn't the TV show, surprise, surprise. You would never know.
And the art students have got theirs as well.
Yeah, the art students have theirs as well, so it's a whole combined day. Well, it starts at 5, ends at 7. It's a whole combined evening of looking at the stuff.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be drinks and nibbles there and stuff. Yeah,
they should be there. We'll be up in our new building, up in the ASI room.
I think the TV show will be down.
The TV show. Are you thinking staying here?
Yeah.
So they'll be split over the new ASI rooms over there, and then in our studio here, so you can see where we actually film. which could be quite interesting. Hopefully it'll be tidy, because I can tell you for a fact sometimes the space.
Well, I try and keep on top of it.
You try and keep on top of it, and then everybody else just comes in. So, anyways, I think that's it for the night. Well, the day, not the night. Neat. It's dark in here, okay?
Yeah.
But I think that's it for the end of the day.
Yeah. And we're hoping to be on a little show in June. Just
Hopefully.
Sort of
I don't think I'll be there for this one, unfortunately. I am away, so that could be quite interesting. But we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.